EA Sports coverage of the NFL has come to East Asia in the bustling metropolis that is Tokyo. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A run for Debo here to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dragons will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. George to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here now a 3rd and 20. Now George. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded at the 33. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where
and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A lot of talk this week about balls. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10, it's Samuel. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and 2nd down. There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On second down, here's Debo. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, you hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone rather than dealing with him again on a likely carry on this down.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On third down, it's Debo. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, they'll throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. First down, they'll start with Algier. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there, second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
After 1, it's 9-0. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got a 1st and 10 at their own 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held it, they might go for it again.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a give to... No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. Micah Parsons, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Still 1st down.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! A big play there. 84 yards. And the Dragons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. George looking to pass. It's caught. Mitchell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. George trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A handoff for Samuel. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 4th down, Snow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Throwing on 2nd and long. George. That's complete to his tight end fire move. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Marquise Bell in on that stop. So, well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And all the down to the 24-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, George. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So that was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. On 4th down, Snow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up, it's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Off play action. Snow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd and down.
Off the play fake. Snow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun, George. And that'll be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Damone Clark drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Samuel. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Rolling to his right. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Snow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Dragons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd down. George. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Back to throw. George. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back to throw again. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to pout. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 36 yards. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down. Delay of game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still second down. Delay of game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down. Delay of game.
And that flag accepted.
Still second down.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still second down. Delay of game, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Still second down. Delay of game, offense.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency. Get to the...
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Dragons are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
17. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on first down. George. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Hyatt. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dragons have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun, George. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd and 2, George working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll look to throw again. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, George. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Marquise Bell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. George. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start. Offense.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Snow going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this this game is over. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And when you break it down...